Hello, this is Jason Cresswell with Ask Now ETO, continuing our series on the EPIK application. This video is related to the letters of reference that must be submitted. This is an area that sometimes causes problems for people, so we're going to give you a brief outline of exactly what you should be doing. Alright, for the initial interview submission, you have to submit your application form and 2 letters of reference. This is what you need to make sure of. First of all, the letters of reference must be on letterhead, and it must have all of the contact information for the person writing the letter. It should not be more than 2 years old, and it should say either something like "to whom it may concern," or even better, to EPIK. If it says "to ask now," we are going to have to get you to rewrite it. They don't want it addressed to your recruiter. They want it either addressed to whom it may concern or to EPIK specifically. All right, that is the beginning. Now, they have to be original letters, and you have to scan them in either PDF or JPEG format. The important thing here is if you're offered a position, if you pass the interview, then you're going to have to send these exact same 2 letters in for the visa process, and they are going to check the letters that you sent for the interview against the letters that you send in for the visa process, and if they're not the exact same letter, then you're cut. It's not going through. And these letters have to be ink signature, original letter ink signature that you're going to send the original of sometime later. So what you can't do is you can't put in a little, using Word, drawing a little signature in there and putting in there. That you can't do. You can't, let's say they fax it to you, or let's say the person scans it to you and sends it as a PDF, and then you print that out and cleverly, draw over top of the signature with pen. They're going to catch that. They look for that. So it really has to be an original letterhead with a real signature. You scan that. Don't take a picture of it. That's not good enough. Scan it and send that in, and have that piece of paper ready to send in so that they can check against the other one. Now, who can send it? Family member? No. Friend? No. Relative? No. It has to be an academic or work-related recommendation, and the recommendation letter should be, specifically recommending you, explaining in what capacity they worked with you or you worked for them, basically, and what reasons they think you would be a good person to have as an employee. If you are teaching in Korea and there's a coworker that another English teacher that can vouch for you, that is not good enough. It has to be at least the head teacher, or preferably the director of the school. Another teacher that another friend teacher, another foreign teacher is not going to cut it. But you can, I believe, use if you have a Korean co-teacher at a public school. So if you're teaching at a public school and your Korean co-teacher, who is really your supervisor, writes you on, that's okay. But if it's another foreign English teacher, like let's say you're working at a hagwon and you get your other foreign teacher to write, that's not good enough. Okay. Let's see. Letters from, if you take an ESL certification course and you get somebody who was one of your teachers there to write it, has to have been at least 4 weeks long, and it has to have been in person. So if you took an online course and you get somebody to write a letter of reference, that is not good enough. Let's see. That is about it. So, oh yeah, if you've been working in Korea in the last couple of years or are currently working in Korea, you have to get a letter of recommendation from your current employer or the past employer. So if you do have teaching experience in Korea, you need to have that letter of reference. And yeah, you can't get around that. So that's it. So the main things are just got to be a real one. Sometimes it takes some time to get it, but it's worth it. So just put some effort into it and ask your references to do you a favor and get them done as quickly as possible, because the application cannot be submitted until you have those 2 letters ready to go. All right, so that's about it for the letters of reference. Thanks.